Hello to my beautiful knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Who? Royal Diamond, aka Mr. Nieves, coming back at you with another phenomenal video. So let's get into it. I was thinking last night, I was talking to God. Next to you know, a lightning bolt of an idea came to me from God. That's what I be saying. God is always faithful when you have a relationship with Him. So keep being loyal and faithful to Him, and He will set you free. So let's get into it. My topic today is going to be about love yourself enough to say no. And what I mean by that is when you are surrounded by certain individuals that you know are not good for you and you're saying no to um I guess engage yourself with those kind of people that you know are that will bring you harm, or they're just not the type of person you should be around with. They're just not your cup of tea. Saying no to feeling like you have to be friends with everybody and everybody, even at the cost of your safety, security, or your well being. That's one. Loving yourself enough to say no when it comes to like your health, making sure you're eating the right thing, making sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure you're not doing drugs. Loving yourself enough to say no. It's like when you feel like someone's taking advantage of you, someone's lying on your name, someone, that you are willing to say, you know what? No. Correct the situation or talk to the person and move from it. Like from the situation or from them. You get what I'm saying? You don't need to entertain chaos in order to feel loved or appreciated or wanted. And that's what happens in society. A lot of people deal with so many other people, circumstances, situations, and they end up doing things that is not in who they are. You get what I'm saying? Loving yourself enough to say no when it comes to a partnership, business wise, within yourself, or with other people, or like like a romantic type of relationship. Loving yourself to say no. If someone's being mean to you, disrespectful, hurting you, lying on you, being abusive, being manipulative, loving yourself enough, loving your worth, who you are, to be like, you know what? Since this is not gonna go nowhere, it's time to let it go. You're doing more harm than good when you are holding on, thinking someone's gonna change, when deep down you know they're never gonna change. Loving yourself enough to say no. You get what I'm saying? Loving yourself enough to make yourself a priority, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, having peace within yourself, taking time to really build your relationship with God, with yourself, with your family, with your children. Loving yourself enough to, say no to chaos, no matter what direction it comes from. Loving yourself enough to say no when people want you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, bar hopping, club hopping, always drinking, always smoking, gossiping, all this negativity, all this stuff. It's a big no no. You get what I'm saying? Because if you want the life of your dreams, and I mean this even within yourself, to be at peace within yourself, in your journey, in your growth, then there's corrections you have to do along the way. You know what I'm saying? Just like, for example, there's a lot of people who can resonate with what I'm about to say. When you pray to God to remove those who do not wish good for you, then you start seeing certain individual being removed from your life. Boom, there's your green flag right there. You get what I'm saying? There's the truth being revealed. You know what I'm saying? And that's another way of like loving yourself enough to say no. Like if you're gonna deal with certain people or start a new friendship, make sure you take that up with God and make sure that before you jump the barrel, that you know exactly what you're gonna get into. So that way, if God's revealing to you certain things that you need to know, that's for you to make the wise decision. Either I'm gonna continue or not. But at that point, if you continue to entertain someone, something, a mindset, perspective, you have to understand the consequences of your willingness to continue to deal with something when God already told you to let it go. You understand what I'm telling you? Point being, entertaining like poison and toxic things, like situations, people, activities, habits, routines. If you pray to God, like, Lord, reveal to me if this is something for me, if this is good for me, He says no, and He says no, and you continue. Whatever happens after that, that's on your fault. That has nothing to do with God. When God already gave you His answer. Sometimes it's hard for people to let go because they feel like they need that thing, that someone, that something to make them feel either alive or important or wanted or of significance. You get what I'm saying? But you have to understand, sometimes as humans, we tend to overthink so much about like a whole bunch of stuff. But when you really sit back and really look at those things through the lens of God, you see you don't need a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? You see that you don't need a lot of people in order to feel happy or to feel wanted or to feel important. You get what I'm saying? You have to know who you are and your worth before you begin to develop relationships and all these things. So that way when you come with it, they know what you all about and they show respect. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't respect yourself, you can't expect other people to respect you. Vice versa, same thing. If you don't love yourself, you can't expect nobody else to love you. It all starts within yourself. You get what I'm saying? It all starts with God. That's what I mean. So, it was last night. I think it was last night. I was just thinking, and this topic came to me, and it blew my mind because it's so true. How many times do we always sacrifice ourselves thinking we're doing the right thing, but at the back end, we're stressing, we're worried, we feel like we have so much on our shoulder, we have like something that is draining our energy, and there you go. That's the reason. You have to learn how to identify things. You have to learn to put things into perspective. You have to learn when and how to speak God into your situation, allowing Him to guide you to make the right decision so you can walk in your peace. You can't operate out of chaos because what you're doing is causing more chaos. When you operate out of peace, you are able to create understanding, compassion, mercy, and growth. You get what I'm saying? You are able to discern certain things to better help you become a better you. You can't save everybody. You can't help everybody. You can't force someone to become what you want them to become. You can't force someone to be what they don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to let go of this unrealistic control, this bubble people try to put all these people into. You get what I'm saying? You have to assert the situation, analyze the situation, and then ask God to help you how to go about the situation. So as you grow through things in life, you look back and be like, okay, now I understand why things had to be a certain kind of way. Why God had me waiting this long for certain things to take place, or why He removed certain individuals out of my life, why He brought certain people into my life. It's all to help you become a better you. It's help to grow you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't realize we're operating out of like negativity or chaos or sadness or like our what you call that, like self identities or insecurities or our self worth. Sometimes we don't take time to really understand those things within ourselves, and then we wonder why we operating out of such uncertainty, and we entertain things that already know that's not good for us. This is why I'm so animate about like when you truly start the journey with God, He will allow you to see so many beautiful things that He has helped you get through. You know what I'm saying? Elevate yourself to the next spiritual you. So you can start seeing things from like a more loving and understanding and compassionate way. You get what I'm saying? You can't keep sacrificing all that you are, thinking that your self worth, who you are, your importance, your significance, your beauty is dependent on other people, on circumstances, on things. Who you are and your self worth will always come from God and within yourself, and that's it. Just like there are multi billionaires who are sad, depressed, commit suicide. Just like there are multi billionaires who are super happy and generous and abundant. All that comes is your journey with God, understanding your mindset, understanding how to really carry yourself, you know? But I just pray for the best for all of my knights and queens of the world. And you have the power of choice, which is a gift from God. How do you want to live your life, or how do you want your life to be? You do not deserve to live in pain and suffering and misery and always in chaos and negativity. Sometimes you have to let go in order to truly be free. You get what I'm saying? But with that, I'm done with my beautiful video. Like I say in all my videos, I love you. God bless you. I thank you. Until my next one, peace. You already know, take the world by storm. And always know this: when you leave everything to God, He will take care of everything. Until my next one.